Okay.
Good evening, everybody. Welcome to tonight's edition of the Triangle Area SQL Server User Group's Advanced DBA Group. We have the pleasure of Yitzhak David talking to us about regular expressions. Now, it is very late for Yitzhak, so I will not abuse my privilege as host by talking for too long, but I do very briefly want to mention our SQL Saturday. SQL Saturday Raleigh is coming up on May 17th. Come check that out as a free full day training. We have just posted the sessions, so we've got 4 tracks full of great speakers. Also, there is a Brent Ozar pre-con the day before. All that you can find links to, sign up for everything at SQLSaturday.com and search for Raleigh. It is event number 1111. And with that, I'm now going to hand it over to our gracious speaker who's coming to us from 1 a.m. over in Israel. So thank you, Yitzhak, for the time, and take it away, please.
Okay. I hope you hear me well. Okay. You can hear me? You can see me? I can
Absolutely.
start?
5 by 5. Looking
Okay.
good.
Okay. Have you good day, everybody. Welcome to my lecture, regular expression, Regex support in SQL Server 25 and Azure SQL DB. About myself, I'm BSc, MBA, I'm an information system engineer and 2 second degrees, specialist in Postgres, Oracle, Mongo, SQL Server for years, Power BI also, lecture all over the world. I'm a research associate in one of the Institute of Israel. So let's see here. So most active speaker 24, most of 22. You can see it here. And here is my previous lecture. This is my previous lecture, but I want to encourage you to, there is another new lecture in Data TLV, it's like Data Saturday, essential concept of vector database for DB and developer. And you can see the previous lecture here, Data Weekend 7.2, Power BI, etc. But I want to start with our lecture. So let's start because it is interesting. Okay. When Microsoft tell we support regular expression in SQL Server 25, I laughed. Why? Because I'm DBA of Postgres Oracle for years, and it's already support in Oracle and Postgres for years. So it was easy for me because this is the same functions. So I'm not smart guy. I took the function, the code from there and use it here. But the code is not the issue. The issue is that I understand regular issue, regex. So I will start with talking about regular expression because if you have an understanding problem or performance problem, it will start in the understanding of the regular expression. And what I see in Microsoft lecture or articles, it's not the whole picture. So why we need regular expression, data quality, for data quality, reliability, accuracy, and consistency. This is why we need regular expression. We have challenges to data integrity because we have human error, system limitation, inconsistent data. We want to do data cleaning, okay? Identify data with and complete data, incorrect data, irrelevant data. We want to replace, modify, and delete. So we have the regular tool of SSIS or Azure Data Factory, but where we're using TSQL and regular expression, it's more simple. So what is regular expression? Regular expression is sequence of characters that specify mathematical pattern. I will show you everything. It was developed by a mathematician in this year. Okay. So what is the use of regular expressions? So to validate data, standard the data format, validate the email addresses, for example, extract information from text field. In SQL Server, we use regular expression in pattern matching, data standard, data validation, text extraction, and data cleaning. But what is more interesting that if you are not specialist in regular expression, we have online regular expression visualization tools. So if you have these awful things, you can go to this site. You can see this site, and put it in the site. So this is the site. This is the site, reg expressions, one of the sites. Okay. So if you go here, for example, and I put here and click on display, it will explain what this regular expression means. There is another site also here. You can put it here, and it will visualize what's the meaning of this regular expression. So this is visualization tools would help you to understand regular expression with your work. So the basic of regular expressions. We have flag. What is flag? There is flag of I, which match case sensitive. G matches all occurrence of pattern. This is global. M, there is another flag which is hem. So let's do example. You have another site. Okay, this is the site. Okay, you can see it here. In this site, sorry. In this site, Regex, this site, you can test your regular expressions. So if for example, we want to find the pattern example, okay, we go to the site and put here example, you can see it here, and you have flag. You see the flags here? Expression flag. Ignore case, global, which means search all over the text, and multi-line. Now we can go here and we copy this text here, and it tells us there is one match because here I look for example here, but if I go here, you can see it here, but you can see it here. But if I change it to example with big and go to flag and tell him ignore case, you can see it will find all the match of example here in the sentence. So this is the site where you can put your test string, put your regular expressions, and try it on the text. So, for example, regular expression made the power, IG, and this is the test string. So this means if I go here and put made the power, example, okay, and go here and put all this string here, okay, and you see the match here made the power. Why? Because in the flag, ignore case and global. Ignore case means insensitive, and global mean find all over the text. So if I put down ignore case, it'll find only made power which exact case in the text here, like here. So you can see how do we work with flags. So from now on, I will run on the Word because I don't want to switch every time. But you understand, you can go to the site and check your text. So what is literal character? Literal character, which include one or more character in the regex. For example, if we have regular expression OW/G, and this is my testing, made the power extended power by with you. So this is a little character I put in the regular expression and found all the phases of OW in the text. You can see that we have two matches. Here I use the flags. What is quantify? Quantify indicates the number of time a character or expression must be matched. So the most used one is his n. Match what in n time, for example. /d4 will match any integer. N.m match what proceed between n and m time. Okay, and this match n or more time what it proceed. And let's see an example. For example, we have this regular expression, ChatGPT minus D plus G, and this is a test string. So if I go here, put the string here, okay, put the string here. Okay, just a minute. And if you go here, we can see that we have 4 matches for ChatGPT, Y, and this is a string. Okay, so this is example of the plus quantifier and identifier. So test minus D plus as D will match the test string followed by 1 or more times dash. You can see dash, and then followed by 2 digits. By 2 digits. So this is the meaning of these things. So dash and digit, one or more 2 times. So this is a quantifier plus. This is an example. You can see it here. So we have ChatGPT 4, ChatGPT with numbers. So this is a quantifier plus. And this symbol makes 0 and 1 more occurrence. So example, if we have this string, and we have this regular expression, A multiplied by B, this is the input string. So this is what we have here. You see it here. So A multiplied by B, and this is the result. Why? Because this means match 0 and 1 more occurrence. You can see it here. Okay, plus match 1 or more occurrence. So we have this string A plus B, and this is the input string. We have 3 matches. So if you look here, A plus B, and this is the test string. So we have 3 matches. Why? Because we want to match 1 or more occurrence. This means match 0, 1 more occurrence. So we have this pattern string. With this string, we have 2 matches. So let's look here. You can see it here because it's mean match 0, 1 more occurrence. So you can see it here. Okay, and match exactly an occurrence. Okay, so if we have this A to B, and this is the input string, you can see it here, it should match exactly to occurrence of A. This means match exactly n or more occurrence. So if you go here, you can see it here. It means match exactly to occurrence of A. So if we have this, and this is the input string, number of match will be 2. Okay. And matches between n and m occurrence, so it will be more clear. This is the regular expression, A3.4b, and this is input string. We have 2 matches because we want to match occurrence of A between 3 or 4 occurrence of A. We have special character in regex. So this is special character. We have pi, backslash, $, quantify mark, caret. Artistic plus sign, dot, partners, opening square bracket, open curly brackets. Let's see example will be more clear. If you want to match exactly $1 to $3, you need to use this sign. Okay, this sign as a regex pattern. For example, if you want, this is our regular expression, 1 to 3 /$ G, made power of extended power $1 to $3 power by. So if you go here, it will find $1 to $3 Y, because before the $sign, we put the backslash here. You can see it here. So we use the backslash for special character. Okay. We can use the anchor character. What is anchor character? And the $ character. Anchor character serves several special. So let's see example. We want to find only the first occurrence with each match. So if you look here at the expression, made the power of IG, and this is our test string made the power, it will find the first occurrence of made the power, because caret here mean find the first occurrence made the power. So you can see it here. Okay. We want to use this to $sign. We want to find the last occurrence. So if you go here and put made the power, and this is the $sign, you will find the last occurrence in the string. By the way, you can, if you use both caret and this, we'll find nothing. Why? Because it's because we cannot find the same both at the same time. made a power, which is the end, the start. So there will be no match. So if you put your caret and then dollar, nothing will be found out. The dot corresponds to a single character, regardless of what this character is. This is the dot. So example, 8.b match ACB dotted, etc., etc. So what is greedy and lazy matching? It's very, very important. Plus and this are repetition are greedy quantifier. Why the greedy quantifier? Let's see example. Assume that our string is get assume that we have this regular expression. And this is a test string. And we want the expected result that we have two matches, EM and EM. So we have this regular expression. We have this as input. You can see it here. So if you go here, you can see that you have, if you want to find, if you put this regular expression as input, you find all the test strings. Okay. So the combination of a dot and plus capture every single cell between the first occurrence of this, this and this. So this is called greediness of quantifier. So remember that dot corresponds to a single character, regardless of what is the character is. It's very good. Plus matches what precedes it one or more times. And this is and this means match one or more zero, what precedes. So we want to avoid a greedy quantifier. So what we should do, we turn greedy quantifier into lazy ones. So the trick is by using here. So if this our regular expression, and here we put this quotation mark, and this is our test string, now we'll find exactly what we want. What we want in the beginning is to find this and this. So if you put here this regular expression, we'll find exact string here and here. Now it's not greedy quantifier. It will not eat all the text string, only what we want. So you should note before going to SQL Server, Postgres, etc., that lazy quantifiers can do underperformance because they will eat all the strings. So remember, here we put this, and then all the string was matched. And here we put this, and then we have only this and this string, what we want from the beginning. So in our example, you can see it here. This is Regex. In a word, a character, any none. But the rule is, whenever possible, do not use this technique. Use negated character. What is negated character? This is negated character. You can see it here. This is. So we will use this pattern, negated character. So in words, it means that this character, any non character. So this means any non this character, one or more time, and this character. So if this is our regular expression, this is our int string, and this is the match. Again, remember, only use the negated character here instead of lazy string, which is all the string. Never possible for performance reasons. Operator match one or more individual set of strings. So let's see example here. This is this is our regular expression, and this is the operator. In an operator here it means S or T. So for example, if you go here and you want to find yes or yes, so because we put here operator, the word will be yes or yes. So yes may be the power extending, and also yes will be called by the regular expression in the site I saw you. So if we will add space after this, for example, only this will be catched because there is space here no space. So, and this is the operator between S and T. So full example of for operator. For example, if the test string is the first string is the same as the one st string, and I want to find all the occurrence of the first string, so I put here first, you can see it here. It's mean O first, O1, st, S big S or small s, this is the operator street. So if you go here and you pass afterward an example, you can see that as I capture the string, the first string is the same of the one st string. Why? Because I use the operator for the S, big or small, and the first one with the operator in the square here. Collection match A, B, C, or C. For example, ABC match A, B, C, or C. AZ match lowercase letter from A to Z. 0 to 9 match numbers. So in SQL Server, when you like query, you do select from product where description like A to D. Okay, so this is long ago supported in SQL Server. If you want to match an occurrence in the range of character, you can use hypergen. So if you go to example, regular expression, you can see it here. I'm not ready to be, so let's go here. You want to find all of the occurrence between A to Z or 0 to 9. So if you go here and put this string, find all the occurrence of capital letters, okay, and number afterwards, and or number. So you can see find here. But if I go to the flag and put ignore case, it will find everything. Why? Because now we will not find also a big and small capital letter and all the number. So again, you can see A to Z, 0 to 9, mean find capital letter between A and Z, number between 0 and 9, global, and it's case sensitive. But if you put here ignore case, it will find everything. Negated character classes. This is negated class. You can see it here. So if I do not want to find the vowel word, so what you do here, you put it negated. Don't find this vowel word. You can see it here. So if I put here, and this is example, you will find all the words which are not vowels. You can see it here. Okay. Commonly used talking, short, like that. So list of the most used ones. This mean match single character, except new line. /w match word character. This /w capital letter means the opposite of W. /d match digit. /d big D mean the opposite of D. /h match white space character. So let's see example more clear. So match an alphanumeric character and underscore. For example, this is our test string, and here we tell him found example, we have item. This is the item. W match an item, cost, and ideal for extracting structure-like products. So now we'll find all including the Raster, all what is alphanumeric character. Here you can see it here. Why? Because you use /w. But if you use the opposite of W, it match single alphanumeric character excluding underscore. So let's go to the example. You can see it here. So here you will find strudel and this because this is capital W. You can see it here, regular expression. D match a single digit. So if you go here, you'll find all the digit. You can see /D. D is the opposite of this. So if you go here, you'll find all what is not numbers. Okay. S matched what is a character. So if you put here first name /tab, last name, new line age, you'll find, you can see the space here, the tab here, and the new line here, and the new line here. So this is S. Okay. So we have another example. This is the regular expression, and this is testing tuple string. And this case, you'll find, if you put here, you find this. So what is the explanation? If you don't know what is the explanation of this, okay, you don't understand what is the explanation of this, so you will go to the Regex site I show you, and will show you the explanation here. This means none of word, none of what as the words and negate it character here, and then dig it. So this is the explanation. Here you can see this use the Regex expression site to explain me how it works and why he found this in this sentence, because it's mean none of the word white space. Okay. Group. So we have pattern of group. You can see capture a group. So we can use groups. Why group is wonderful? Let's see. If we have this, ILOUG P7 and this, and we use this is the group. You see, group is this is the pattern of the group. We have square here in the group. You can see this is the group. So this is the group, and I want to find ILOUG P7 or this model. So if this is our test string, this is a regular expression, we'll find all this pattern of character and number. You can see it here. Explanation. If you go here, we'll see the explanation. We want to find word and dig it. Because it's in square bracket, it's called group 1. And this is non-capturing group. It's very interesting. So what is non-capturing group? Non-capturing group, so for example, this non-capturing group captures the string whenever it appears in the string, the first and the second character of X, Y, and Z, but it's not captured in memory. So if this our regular expression, you can see it here, the non-capturing group, you will find all the occurrence of X, Y, Z, but it will not capture in memory. So this is the syntax. See, this is the syntax of non-capturing group using this and this. Okay, so before SQL 2025, we have lack of native Regex support. We used to manage code. We have CLR integration for Regex, for example. You could use to use regular support. You can see it here, example light, and you can use paddings, select from sample data. So select from sample data paddings, and this is the regular expression text column. If you find it, will return something greater than 0. So this is before SQL 2025. Or we can use CLR. There are also CLR and GitHub for SQL Server, which support Regex. You can see it here, example. So this is another issue I want to talk. Check the validity of email address. So if you want to check the email address, we can use this pattern string. So this is the first attempt. So match the beginning of the first string or line in multi-line. Match any character one or more times except the line bracket. Match and strudel. This match any character one or more time except the line bracket. This match a character, this, okay, this character. This match any character one or more time except the line bracket. So if you go to this side, this is the explanation. Okay, this is our regular expression. This is the email, and this email will be and voila. If we use this pattern, okay, this is not a correct email, and also we use this regular expression, this will be okay. So this is not the correct regular expression to check an email. That's it. It passed. Match. So if you want to check your email, this is the awful way to check your email. This is the regular expression which support email. So I don't have too much time. I'll pass it in very, very quickly. So there is specification that you replicate the how to and what is the email. If you go to regular X, you will see the explanation, and you will see the structure of complex Regex of email validation. So what you need to understand here that to have local part, which is local. This is group 1. Okay. We have strudel, we have the domain name, then we have ho, and then the domain IP. So if you go here, you see that this is group 1. Okay. So very, very fast. I will give you it later, but the group 1 token match the local path regex of the email. Okay. So start with one or more character not in the list, and then character with one more character not in the list, etc., etc. And you can see it here, the explanation of group 1, and the token, second token. Okay, match the name or domain of the email. So this is the explanation, and the same way we're talking about dates. So how do you check date? The following regex, so I will leave you it afterwards. You will see the explanation, but there is another regex to check dates. So this is what appears in Microsoft documentation, but the following regex is not enough to validate dates in the form validate. So this is the regex. If you go to this site, you can see that this is the explanation. Okay, so the explanation: caret match the beginning of a string, D12 match digit between 1 and 2 repeater, this match any character between minus and slash, D12 this match any digit between 1 and 2 repetition. This is rec reference plus this match any character, and this match any one of the following alternative digit or exactly 4. So this is explanation. So we can see that if you go here and put test string, it passed, no problem. But, and you can see that it matched, no problem. But if you go and put February 30, 24, there is no match. Also, it's validate. So, this is the regular expression to validate the date. So what you see in the documentation is not correct, but this is regular expression to validate the date and validate the email. So I'm using a lot of years. So how do we implement it in SQL 25? SQL 25 is not released, but regular expression is supporting the same syntax in Oracle and Postgres. So if you go to this site, you can see introducing regular expression supporting Azure SQL DB. So if you go here, okay, you can see this is the article talking about how to implement regular expressions. But I don't have SQL 25 because it's not released. But because the same syntax is supported in Oracle, I go to Oracle Live SQL. Did I mention Oracle? Yes, Oracle. And start exactly the same code with minor change. You can see it here. Freely. I don't have to create a database. It will open, and you go to SQL Live. You have to register and run the same code like in SQL Server in order to try regex expression. So you can hear this is the same code that was taken from this guide from Microsoft and from the documentation. So we can use it. So you can start coding, and there's a lot of examples. Till SQL 25 will be released, and you can try it. Till this will release in Azure SQL, the same syntax exactly in minor changes. So let's start and try regular expression like in Azure SQL DB. Again, because it's supported for years in SQL Server. Okay, so which function we have? Same function in Oracle, same function in Postgres with the same parameters. Regex like return Boolean value that indicate whether the input match the regex pattern. Regex replace return a modified source string replaced by replacing string where occurrence of the ring found. Regex subtypes extract the part of string based on the regular expression. Regex ins return the starting ending position of match substring. Regex count return the count. So we'll see a lot of example. So for our example, we have this regular expression. If you go to this site, you can see that this regular expression does this. Okay. Okay. And if you go to regular expression, you can see the explanation of these regular expressions. And you have also this for validate date. So if you decide to explain you what is the meaning of these regular expressions of date. And if you go to the side, you see also the explanation. So this is important because why? Because we will use regular expression in our example. It's appear in Microsoft examples. But if you don't understand what this regular expression means, you will go to the site and visually understand this. Again, remember that this is not enough to validate email. This is not validate to validate date. I show you what is the real expression, but it's only for the example. I say that Microsoft example are not complete. So this is our input data. The same input data like in Microsoft. You can see it here. Same. And I can run it live in Oracle. So let's go to Oracle Live. You can see drop table. In Oracle, there is no drop of this, but the same. Okay. So I can write in here. And I can create a table. So I can create a table. So you can see the data here. And you can see the what sign in. So I have to sign here. You can see it here. I have to sign here to Oracle. Okay. And voila, I can start coding. Okay. So drop table employee and create a table employee. So if you go here, you can see that the table employee is this table employee is created with regular impression with recap slides, which check the email. You can see the email again. This is not enough to check the email. You can visualize this in this site. You can check the email and you also phone number and regular expression which check the phone number. So this is how you create table with regular expression as check constraint. And this is how we insert the data. So we go here and we put the data. Okay. And now if you go here and let's continue. Okay. So insert with employee name, email, phone number, value, etc. So what happens if you want to insert employee with fail data? Okay. So let's see here. This is you see the phone number. The phone number is not correct. This is the string. This is the constraint which check the phone number. So if you go here, you can see it here. If you go here and you want to put for a user with wrong phone number and want to insert it, this is a regular expression, we'll get a failure. But if you want to input other employee with the right phone number, it will be inserted. Okay, so this is why, because here we have check constraint which check the phone number. You can see it here. So okay, so find all the employees whose mail address with com select. We can do it with the regex function. So how do you do it? Regex like email, so email, and you have seen before that this is how we find the .com string at the end of the string. This means at the end of the string. This means to catch this point. So this is how we find it. So if you go to this site, it will explain what is the meaning of this. So this means, you can see, display, .com end of the line. And also in the site, .com end of the line. So select phone, regex phone number. So if we go to our example, okay. So you can see it here and run it. What happened now? Sorry. Blah, blah, blah. And then find all the email address which finish with .com. Same like in Azure, same like in Postgres. Everybody use the same function. Okay. What we want to find, okay, so now we want to format the phone number in employee table to format to this. So select phone number. So we can use the function regex replace. This is the input phone number. This is the input format. And this is what we want. So note, what explanation of this? What is this /1/2/3? Remember, we have talked about group. So group is between these partners. Partner. So this is group 1, this is group 2, this is group 3. So it's the number, the phone number contains 3 number, this is group 1, 3 number for groups 2, 4 number, second group, 3 group. So /1 mean refer to the first group, 2 mean refer to the second group, 3 mean refer to the third group. So if you don't understand it, just go to this site and put this regular expression. Again, this regular expression. So this is the first argument. This is the second argument. So it will tell us this is 3 digits, 3 times digits, 3 digits. Don't look at this because this is the second argument. And this means back reference to group 1. So this is group 1. Back reference to group 2. So this is group 2. Back reference to group 3. So this is group 3. If you go to this site, you will see the same explanations. So if you go to Oracle, and run this, okay, if you see that it will format the phone number to this pattern using the same function like in SQL Server. Believe me or not, you can see it here. Okay, same exactly. You can see it here. Same example. Okay. And now we want for each employee show the domain of their email address. So we can use the Regex substr function. So the input is the email. Then we use this regular expression, and this mean start from character number 1. This means find the first occurrence, and this means I think case sensitive. So let's see the explanation here. If you put this string, if you don't understand what this means, okay, we put it in the site, and we see the explanation. One or more time, any character. So this means we have student, then one or more time any character, and this should be at the end of the string. Also on this site. So if you run this, okay, you see that it will find the domain. Ooh la la, if you go here, same example like here in Microsoft, because everybody's seeing the same ANSI SQL standard. You can see it here. Okay, now let's pass on the function. So we have Regex like return. So if you go to Microsoft documentation, we have Regex like return the Boolean value that indicate whether the text input match Reg pattern. Regex replace found return modified source string replaced by replacement string where it occurrence of the Regex found. Regex str extract part of the string based on the regular expression pattern, return the nth occurrence of the substring that matched the Regex pattern. Regex return the starting ending portion of the function display. Regex count return the count of the number of the time that occurs in the string. So in this example, we did table create L. You can see it here. So let's run the example again to be consistent in Oracle Live. So we'll drop the table. Okay. We'll create the table. Same like in SQL Server. You can clean it. Then we'll insert sample data. So I have some, didn't catch all the data, sorry. Now insert the data, but till here. Okay. You can see forward inserted, and now find all the employees which are addressing.com. Okay. You can see it here. So this is the data. Okay, you can see the result. Now we'll run very fast. You can see one row inserted. So now we want to count the number of vowels in their the vowels of the employees in their name. So if you go here, you can see it here. You can see we use the replica count. This is the name, and here we have the OR operator, which find all the vowels in their name. One mean start from position 1 of the character. I mean insensitive. So vowel count. John Dew, we have 3. Ellie Smith, 4, etc., etc. And you can see it here. So this is the result. We'll run very fast. Well, now we use recaps and str. So recaps return the starting or position of the mesh substring, depending on the value of the return option argument. For example, the following query return the position of in the employee interest. So we see select name Rex inform portion of the employees. So if we go here, you will tell us where is the position of the strudel email. So if you go here, so if you run in select name email regex is email, this is the strudel as position of from employees. It returns the position of the strudel in the email address. In the email fields, you can see it here. Regex replace, this is the link to Microsoft. Returns the modified source string replaced by replacing string where the occurrence of the regular expression found. If no match found, the post function returns the original string. So in this example, select phone number, Regex replace phone number, and this is our input string of phone number, this format. And remember that this is the new format. /1 refer to group 1, /2 refer to group 2, /3 refer to group 3. So if you run this, you see that this is a phone number, and this is the new format. I don't want to jump all the time to SQLive, but believe me, this is a phone number, this is a format because it's declared here. Okay, Regex str return the occurrence of stubborn string that match the regular expression pattern. If no match found, it return null. So select name email Regex str email strudel. So we talk about it. So this will give us the will give us give us a substring which contain strudel and then string. So you can see it here, the domain name. Let's simulate a failure. For example, if you want to insert employee table values with wrong, with format of phone number which is not correct, because we've checked on trend, if you do insert into employee's name values, we'll get an exception, something like SQL Server. But if you will insert a data which is in format correct of email and phone number, it will be inserted. You can see it here, one row inserted. So we have our string. So in my demo, I prepared the script use many to introduce regular expression, like I support in Azure SQL DB. And by the way, Oracle 19, 25, 26, Postgres. So this is the script. Okay. So you can see that this is all the example. So let's do more example. Let's talk about Regex like. Okay. So again, for the demo, you have script in which you can try in SQL Live, because in Oracle Live until SQL 25 will be released. Same script will be run on SQL 25 when it will be released. Let's dig more into the function. Regex likes transact SQL. Regex likes, this is the documentation, but it connects from string expression, pattern expression, and flags. Flags, what flag we have? Flag description, I, case sensitive, M, multi-line, S, match match and default false, and C, case sensitive. That's the example. Insert into employee names, email, phone number, values, ADI, demo, mail, and this is the input. And then we'll do select for employees. Okay. If you want this, we have ADI. Okay, you can see it here. This is ADI. But if you run select star from employees where regex like name, and then we want to find all the currents of the name which start with A and finish with Y. So this will give no result. Okay, this will give no result. Why? Because this is by default case sensitive. This will give all the result. Only this will give the result. Why? Because here I tell him to be insensitive. So only this will give us result. So this is an example how we use regex like. This is the regular expressions, and this is the flag, which mean, see, this is the question, insensitive. By default, it's case sensitive. So this is case sensitive. This is case sensitive. This is case insensitive. This means find the name which starts with A, any character, and then finished with Y. So this is why. This is the quotation mark which say at the end should be Y. Insensitive, I mean insensitive. Okay. So remember, by default, it's case sensitive. This means implicitly be case sensitive. This means insensitive. So let's insert another record. Insert an employee name, email, phone number, values, loiana.com, and this is the number. So Loiana, it's contain OUIE, which is UIE being three consistent vowels. So how do we select all the records from the product where the product name contain at least three constant vowels? So select star for employee where regex like name, and this is the syntax. This means choose between, this is the operator, choose between this vowel, and this means at least three. We see it before. So if we do it, there will be no result. Why? Because it's case sensitive. But if you run the same code, select star for employee where regex likes, this is the regular expression, and this means case insensitive. And now we'll have a result of Loiana. And here we have three consecutive vowels. Okay. So if you put this in this site, you will see the explanation 3 or more times. Vowels. And also in this site, Regex likes to replace transact SQL. So this is this explanation, string expression, pattern expression, string replacement, start, occurrence, and flag. So let's see example. So start specify the starting position for search within the search strings. Option type is int. So the numbering is 1 base. So let's see example with more. Yeah? So example, replace also the occurrence of A or E with X in product name. So select name, regex replace name, and this means A or E, this means replace with X, start from position 1, and this means case insensitive. So if you want this, select name, regex replace name AX1, you will see that if this is the name, all the occurrence of A or E will be replaced with X. You can see the example here. Now, if you want to start from this mean, all occurrence, 0 mean, all occurrence. But if you want to start from the third occurrence, so put here 3. So select name, blah, 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 name AE, X1, and 3 from employees. You can see that, here, that only the third occurrence of AOE will replace with X. Again, this is the same like Oracle. SQL Post, same thing support. So this will replace the third occurrence of AOE to X. You can see the result here. Now we want to replace the last 4 digits of the phone number with asterisk. So Regex replace phone number, D/4, this means phone number, and the end with XXX for employees. So if we put it here, you can see it here. Regex replace phone number, and then D4 mean find all the number and in the end of the phone number and replace it with X6. This will be replaced. Replace the first account of Costa of Gmail with Yahoo in product description. Select email regex replace email const Gmail Yahoo. So this means const2 on Gmail, and then replace it with Yahoo. This means starting from occurrence 1 and the first occurrence. This means case insensitive. So select email regex replace const email Yahoo 1 for employee. So this is the email, and this is after replace. So you see that the Gmail was replaced with Yahoo, Gmail Yahoo, constant Yahoo, etc., etc. Again, remember that /n mean go to the group. So /4 mean go refer to group 4. But what happens if I refer to group which does not exist? So we have here group 1, group 2, group 3, and this one refer to group 1, to group 3, and this one refer to group 4. But there is no group 4. So if you run this, you can see it here. Select phone number, blah, 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 blah. Because there is no group 4, this will be empty. And let's continue. Regex str. Regex str. This is the string expression. This is the pattern expression. Start, occurrence, flag, blah, 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 blah. So extract the domain name from an email address. We can see it here before this example. But get the last phone number or the phone number. So select phone number, regex str phone number, D4. So this means get the phone number for employee. So this is just the last phone number of the phone number. Why? Because this means /d mean decimal, phone number, and this means in the end, the last 4. Regex str, find the position of the second occurrence of the letter of the case sensitive in the name column. So regex str name A, okay? This means start from position 1, find the second occurrence, and this means case insensitive. So this will find the second occurrence, of the word A. So what is second occurrence? So if we go here, the second occurrence, this is see this is the first occurrence, so this is second. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 9. So this is 9. See, this is second occurrence. So in Louisiana, this is the second occurrence of A. The position is 9. And So this is regs in str. So another, find the position of the second occurrence of the letter consistent in the name column. So the second position, so this is the example. Okay, so this will find the second position of occurrence of the letter A case insensitive. So this means find n, start from position 1, the second case insensitive, and we can see again the same example. Okay, find the position of the end of the first substring that start with T and end with E, case insensitive in the name column. Select name, insert name. So this is J dot any word you want, and this is the end with S. So start position 1. So if you go here, you'll find Bob Johnson, because Johnson find the position end of the first substring that can start with, sorry, not T, with J, and end with S. Okay, case insensitive in the name column. So this is how we find it. So Johnson, you can see Johnson. Johnson Johnson is the according to the criterion, and Y10 because 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So S, it's the 10th position. So this is the what is here, Johnson. And that's all. I think exactly time. Any question, asking? I know this is hard material, but I will share all the material. I will put you in the meetup now, and you can practice yourself, including the Word and the SQL. So this is what is in demo. This is the SQL, and this is the Word. Any questions?
Excellent. Thank you so much. There were a couple of questions that did pop up in chat. People are saying, great presentation, nice job.
By the way, I want to say, I'm not expert to regular expression. I learned it only in the 2 weeks because regular expression supported in SQL Server. This is all the games I did. So I try to answer the questions.
Yes. So the big question that came up was actually about the performance of regular expression operations in Azure SQL Database. And I don't know if you've had a chance to dig into that at all or not.
Oh, because I didn't have actually Azure SQL, and I have Oracle ILOUG, but I talked about greedy and lazy operator. Before you start to analyze the query, you should build regular expression in efficient way. So I show you here in my present, in the demo. You can see it here, and the greedy, how not to build greedy and lazy matches. So this is before you come to test the operation in SQL, because I don't have the chance. I don't have a preview, but this is before you try to. You should build your regular expression according to these guidelines. You can see it here. And this is the moral lesson. Whenever possible, use negated character class instead. So this rule is good not only for SQL, this is good for Python, Jupyter Notebook, for Power BI, because I took all the information for a book about Power BI, for example, or R and Python. What about performance? We'll see after SQL 25 will be released. Yeah, and other questions.
Fair enough. Fair enough. So that was the big question that came up. A little bit of discussion about it. So thank you again so much for presenting for us so late in the evening for you. We certainly appreciate it, and we'll let you get to sleep now. So again, thank you so much.
Okay.
As we wrap things up, thanks. As we wrap things up for tonight, everybody, remember our main meeting will be next week. It's going to be in person at Tech Systems. So check that out at meetup.com/TriPass. And until we see each other at a future event, everybody, take care.